My father demanded I attend my golden brother's wedding, threatening to cut my tuition. They were shocked when I revealed I earned more than him. I'm the younger son in a family where my older brother Jason could do no wrong. Growing up, every achievement of his was celebrated like he'd won a Nobel Prize, while my accomplishments were met with, "That's nice, honey," before the conversation shifted back to Jason. He was the star quarterback. I was the quiet kid who liked computers. He got into a decent state school. I got into MIT. Guess which one got the bigger celebration at dinner? Yeah, his acceptance letter. The dynamic continued into adulthood. Jason graduated, got a job in sales making around $65K, and my parents acted like he was the next Warren Buffett. I graduated a year later and went into software engineering, but I kept my salary private because I learned early that talking about my success only made things awkward. My parents assumed I was making maybe $70K because I lived modestly and drove a used Honda. Last month, Jason announced his engagement to his girlfriend of 2 years. The wedding was planned for a Saturday in September, and it was going to be this massive affair with 200 guests. Problem was, I had already committed to a work conference in Singapore that same weekend. It wasn't just any conference. I was scheduled to give a keynote speech about a project my team developed, and this was a huge career opportunity. I told my parents about the conflict immediately. My father lost it. He called me selfish and said family comes first. I explained that I'd given my commitment months ago and that this conference was critical for my career. He didn't care. My mother chimed in, saying Jason would be devastated if I wasn't there. I offered to fly in for the rehearsal dinner on Friday and leave early Sunday morning, missing only the reception. Not good enough. Then came the threat. My father said if I didn't attend the full wedding, he'd stop paying my student loans. He'd been helping me pay them off as a graduation gift, contributing about $1K monthly. It was generous, and I appreciated it, but I'd been making the bulk of the payments myself anyway. I stayed calm and told him that was his choice to make, but I wouldn't be missing the conference. He called me ungrateful. Jason sent me a long text about how I'd always been jealous of him, and this proved it. My mother cried and said I was tearing the family apart. The wedding day came. I was in Singapore giving my speech. My phone blew up with messages from relatives asking where I was, clearly fed some story about me choosing work over family. My parents sent a group text to the extended family, saying I'd refused to come to my own brother's wedding because I thought I was too important. I flew back Sunday evening and went to my parents' house Monday morning. They wouldn't even look at me. Jason was there with his new wife, and he smirked like he'd won some victory. My father announced that he'd made his final student loan payment to me, and I was on my own now. I nodded and said that was fine. Then I pulled out my laptop and showed them my bank statements. My salary is $245K base, plus stock options that vested last year worth another $180K. I'd already paid off my student loans in full 3 months ago, but hadn't told them because I wanted to see if they'd keep helping just out of love, not obligation. I'd been putting their monthly contributions into a savings account untouched. The room went silent. My father's face turned red. Jason's smirk disappeared. My mother stammered something about why didn't I tell them. I said I didn't think it mattered since they always made it clear that Jason was the successful one. I told them the conference went great and I'd been offered a promotion to senior architect. I transferred their loan payments back to their account, told them I didn't need their money or their approval anymore, and left. Jason called me later yelling that I'd embarrassed him by making his wedding about my salary. My parents haven't spoken to me in 2 weeks. I'm not sure I care anymore.